My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Slay the Spire! Woo! We're continuing the high Ascension grind with the Silent. As you may imagine, I am so damn pleased with that last run. Went back to my old ways, was back on my old kinda strategy, and it worked out well for us. All right. A curse for random rare, choose a card, enemies in the next 3 have 1. Well, enemies in the next 3 have 1, has the possibility to snipe an elite here. And I mean, if with insane luck, snipe a second one. Being able to snipe an early elite's pretty good. Whoa. Was that a sound effect on card draw? I'm gonna go with Deadly Poison and try and make this poison build. Transform a card. Envenom? That's not really something that goes in a poison build. Oh well. Well, there's Bouncing Flask. Now I just need to take care of my defense. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough malaise, by the way. Otherwise, I would have taken it. Oh no! I didn't even get to choose not to... Well, I guess it has to be a thick poison deck now. Here we go. Can we get him? Got him. Cool. Good fight. Meat on the bone, if your HP is at or below 50% at the end of combat, heal for 12 HP, as well as a bunch of stuff that we don't take in this build. A shot that I didn't exactly want to hit, but tactician? We do have high expenses, so... See, the thing is, tactician means that, like, acrobatics is way better, especially. Would I ever take an acrobatics in this deck? Yeah. Would I take a hovering kite at the end of the first floor? Yeah. All right, I'll take the tactician. There goes the shuriken. Oh well. All right, the immediate upgrade is going to be on the Bouncing Flask, specifically as a consideration for the Guardian. That's going to be like our primary offense there. Ornamental Fan. Usually this would mean I play a bunch of shivs, but unfortunately we've got that dead branch. Every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 4 block. Dang it! I was really hoping we weren't going to get another combat until the second elite. That was going to be so good. Another Deadly Poison. I think I will actually decide to take on an elite. Upgrade both the Deadly Poisons. Now, the big problem is that we have the offense, we just don't have the defense right now. Oh, the second Deadly Poison got upgraded there as well. Not bad. Concerned that maybe I should throw in an attack potion here. Well, Backstab plays itself, then gives me another card. Flying Knee is actually a little bit less valuable than you otherwise might think, because I've got one of my 2-cost cards out of my deck, and I'm very likely to end up drawing a hand that I can play everything except for the defense and still be fine on my energy. So I think I go with the Backstab. Yeah. That was to try and get a random card that might have been 0 cost, like Endless Agony. Play it. Unfortunately, we do need to apply the poison. Ooh, Masterful Stab. Bad timing. It's a kill, though. And we get the meat on the bone healing. Runic Dodecahedron, if your HP is full, gain energy at the start of each turn. This deck now needs to go defensive. So defensive. Because as soon as we have just more defensive options, we are just gonna destroy things. It's gonna be so good. Dagger Throw is actually an enabler for Tactician, but I think I take Escape Plan. It's just gonna be 3 free block. There we go. A lot of the time. I think the Neutralize upgrade is gonna keep us healthier in this. I may want to use the Dex Potion. I'm gonna try and avoid it initially, but we'll see. Thankfully, I've got the big weaken on them for this turn. Hopefully, it's not necessary. Of course, it's not. Transform them. My job is legitimately just sit here and put poison on the Guardian until the Guardian is deceased. Whew. Doesn't matter to use a strike and a finisher or anything like that. I'll take 2 damage this turn, but gosh, the overkill this turn is going to be pretty ridiculous. Oh, Bouncing Blast. Yeah! All right. The Guardian's basically dead. So after this after this boss, what are we looking for? Hovering Kite would be nice so that I can activate the Tactician. More often, at least. The Tactician was a speculative pickup for the possibility of getting the Hovering Kite here, or any Acrobatics later on, because this is primarily going to be a skill and defensive deck, so Acrobatics eventually fits in. Add a card to your deck. Now, this is what I was actually talking about, right? What do I want here? Obviously Burst, but after Burst, what? Adrenaline? Yeah, Adrenaline. It has to be melees then. Dang. Did get the extra energy. Unfortunately, it's attached to a Velvet Choker. The problem is I have to take it. So, I've got to start ignoring Burst. I've got to start not adding zero-cost cards. I need the extra energy, primarily for the fact that Leg Sweep is going to be the most powerful pickup that I can make in this deck. But if I have Leg Sweep and Bouncing Flask in the same hand and can't play both, I'm defending myself, but I'm not aggressing, right? I hate it, but I'm already limited on my ability to use Shivs anyway by the Dead Branch, so the Velvet Choker doesn't have a negative interaction there. Just has the broader negative interactions. Now, when we think about the elites that we would be fighting this floor, Gremlin Leader, I would have a lot of difficulty taking out the small gremlins, because I obviously don't want to just stack a bunch of poison on them, and I definitely can't stack a ridiculous amount of poison on the Gremlin Leader in time, especially now that the Burst is not really for our deck. We'd probably be fine against the Book of Stabbing. And then the final elite this floor is the Slaver Fight. I think I have to avoid all elites this floor because this build is incapable of dealing with them. There is one path that avoids all elites, and it's kind of hugging the right side. Not my usual, but whatever. All right. Yeah, not a huge fan of this turn. Cool. Hey, Catalyst, all right. We just get to get someone down. Get him. I like it. Definitely need the escape plan first because I'm not going to be playing 5 other cards this turn. Is that true? That's true. Cool. All right. Then it's probably Bouncing Blast next because I do need to get aggression out. I was very much hoping that the frontliner was going to get hit twice there, and they did. 5 HP or get out the Noxious Fumes for the ability to kill the backliners eventually, especially because the backliners aren't buffed yet. This will also guarantee that the bird in the front line dies next turn without any more interactions, so I think I play the Noxious Fumes there. That's... yeah. I'm going to hope to lose 4 more HP before I leave this battle. I got an adrenaline from that. I got to remember, I've got Dead Branch, so if I have exhaust things, I have to keep them. Well, we are now not capable of taking any more damage before the end of the fight, so... oh well. We don't have any decks up, so I can't take the dodge and roll as a defensive option yet. Setup is a problem because you play setup for 0 to set something up to the top of your deck, and then you draw it, and then you play that card. You played 3 cards to get the cost of 1 card down. It's Velvet Choker problem. A mask. Well, see, the thing is, weakness actually doesn't kill this deck. I think I take the trade. Feel more talkative. Remove card from my deck. Probably shouldn't have done that, actually. Because I've got a shop in a couple spaces. Ooh, Apparition actually makes its way into this deck, especially because the Runic Dodecahedron giving us extra energy when we're on full HP, and the ease with which Apparition can apply that. Yeah, this is 1000% an Apparition deck. I'm totally keen on that. Acrobatics has its place in this deck. Not only can you use Acrobatics to discard Tactician, but the actually really important thing, by the way, all the apparitions are going to become random cards from Dead Branch, whoops. But the Acrobatics can also be used to discard cards that are ethereal, like the apparition, in order to not have them exhaust at the end of the turn. Now, who's our boss from this floor? It's Automaton. Automaton is a problem. We need more debuff removal. So I would take Neutralize if I could, but I can't, so I won't. Leg Sweep, obviously. Small poison effects. Well, I mean, if we ever get the Envenom in play, it can be part of my small poison effects. I'm upgrading the Tactician because it makes the... Oh gosh, look at this. Huh! It's time to go off. All right, and then Tactician discards that. No! No! Velvet! Forgot that we had it. I'm very mad about that. So you're already defending. You can attack for a maximum of 1 more turn, so I actually don't need to play any more apparitions. But if I want to kill the looter in the front line, I have to kill them right now. I don't think I'm killing both of the looters. I think I just focus on the one that I think I can kill. Backline is already dead. Not bad. Oh, damn! Corpse Explosion actually does it. Awesome. All right. I can't take Deflect. The consideration is the Bob Choker. I kind of want to take Sucker Punch. It's another attack, but it's another ability to apply weak. No. Skews the deck aggressive. Don't want that. See, I'm upgrading here with consideration for the final fight, right? I'm upgrading the Envenom over the Malaise because the Malaise is better right up until the final combat, but the Envenom is better afterwards. Sorry, the Envenom is better in the final combat for the ability to remove multiple stacks of artifacting. Ice Cream energy is now conserved between turns. That's really good. At the very least, if we lose a bunch of energy in a turn because the Velvet Choker chokes us, then we're still fine. Which is nice. Concentrate's certainly there. Unfortunately, with the Catalyst, I'm obliged to go for that attack. I can't use Storm of Steel like as an aggressive card, so I play it and then I have to play something. Well, because we keep the energy from each turn, we'll just play the Concentrate at the end, get some energy for next turn. Probably not going to be necessary, but it's there. No apparition. I want a footwork, but a giant malaise is pretty insane. The fact that that's actually really interesting. If I just play apparitions for the first couple turns, right, and just build all of my energy, I can just hit someone with a giant malaise. I might be able to hit them with a malaise that they can't defend. And then I just play out these. Yeah. All right. This is a janky as hell deck. I kind of love it. I kind of hate it, but kind of love it too. There's the second Tactician. The extra energy that we get just feeds back into other things. The thing is, eventually we do hit a negative return, right? And that's in... If we have to play draw cards, then we're playing another draw card, and that's another card contributing towards the Velvet Choker. So the extra energy has a diminishing return, is effectively what I want to say here. Infinite Blade's a random card every single turn, as well as a limitation on my Velvet Choker. Probably not. I think I might take the Tactician, though. I think I might... I think I may be making the wrong decision with the Tactician. I definitely made the wrong decision with the Malaise and the Envenom, by the way, because there was another upgrade space just a little bit further on. Should have kept those two happily. Now, unfortunately, I know that I'm going to need to keep myself on full HP for the Runic Dodecahedron, so that Mystic's attack needs to be blocked. Oh, wow. I can't block it. There's all of my aggression, but I have to play the calculated gamble here. And then the defend. If I want to keep my Runic Dodecahedron without having to rest at some point, then I need that. What we would want is bites, so that we can keep our HP up, obviously. Two dice. Get him! And then we'll bounce a blast. Cool. But yeah, I'd want like a blood vial or something like that so that I can get my HP up at the very start of every single fight. Or the bites so that I can just keep my HP high the entire time. I didn't even need to let the frontliner survive that turn. Because the backliner was blocking for more than I was using there. Didn't defend me. Dang. Probably 0 chance at lethal, but I may as well just throw all of my attacks because there's no change. So 19s, 29s, not enough. Damn! This is why I need more defensive cards. I just can't get any for the life of me right now. I don't want to take another Deadly Poison, not before I get another aggressive card. I could probably take a Quick Slash, just as, like, damage. But again, I need defensive more than I need damage. Now, the big problem with this deck is going to be that as soon as the final enemy, because I don't have much defense, but as soon as the Automaton does Hyper Beam, I'm dead. So I need to upgrade 2 Apparitions before we get there so that I have them for the late game. Noxious Fumes would be insane for this deck, by the way. Probably Acrobatics. I didn't have enough to buy the Ghost in the Jar. If I could have, I think I would have. Okay, 2 upgraded Tacticians in the deck. Not bad. Cool. To weaken you this turn, usually attack on the second turn with the 7x2. So if I Bouncing Blast first... Okay. Bouncing Blast will remove the 3 points of artifacting. I wasn't counting on getting Bouncing Blast on the first turn, by the way. I only play one of these Apparitions. That was actually pretty good. The 1,000 cards actually may come in handy, but it's going to trigger a maximum times of 6 a turn. Alright. I'll use a Dex Potion here so that I only have to defend twice. So I get to save some energy for the Ice Cream. And that's possibly going to be relevant if I get a turn where I can just hit like a giant Malaise. Unfortunately, Envenom and Malaise are 2 things that I desperately still wanted to have in my deck, so losing both of those right then was really rough. We're going to be poisoning the main target more than we're going to be damaging them, so I think I can use Terror on someone else. I'm thinking I Terror and attack this. Because we're not on max HP, it doesn't matter if I take 1 damage this turn. It's the same. Expertise is going to be uniquely useless this entire combat, so well done you. strike. Okay, now we've got the orb down. We're going to get the malaise next turn. So do I want to defend 3 damage? Oh, I actually defended it already. Beautiful, beautiful. There's the malaise. Hitting just a giant malaise on the bronze automaton at the moment is going to... Do I want to actually continue drawing into my deck? No. Well, actually, yes. Because the acrobatics might hit another tactician. Damn it. I shouldn't have done that. I should have done it completely differently there. Whoops. But the giant malaise goes on the bronze automaton. And now it is time to start punishing the orb. I could have left the Endless Agony in my deck if I wanted more random cards in my deck, but I don't. And we didn't draw it on the right turn. You know what? That should have been a consideration for the acrobatics last turn. I was thinking, oh, well, acrobatics for the possibility of drawing tactician and then just hitting a larger malaise on the bronze automaton. But what I should have been thinking in retrospect is there's still an apparition in my deck. I don't want to draw that. That's entirely my bad. I can't even kill the backline of this turn. I would be alive, I think, if I killed the backline of that turn. Yeah, I would. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Well, we won Ascension 17 last time, so we've proven that it can be done. God, wow, that acrobatics play. Yikes. Obviously, I could have discarded something other than defend. I could have discarded the tacticians. Then I wouldn't have had to play the survivor. And because I didn't have to play the survivor, oh my god, I screwed up twice. Because I wouldn't have had to play the survivor in order to discard the tactician, I would have had more on my turn limit for that turn, which means I would have malaised the main target, the automaton, and I would have done all, including the slice on the backline, which means that in that final turn, the backliner would have died. I actually would have lived. There were 2 different ways that I misplayed, playing the acrobatics and then not just discarding the tacticians with the acrobatics. The reason I didn't immediately discard the tacticians, and this isn't a good reason, right? It's a faulty brain wiring kind of reason, is I immediately looked at it and I went, I have 2 options. I play acrobatics to discard the new tactician that I might draw, or I survivor to discard my current tactician. And I thought, okay, if I get both, then I discard the new tactician, and then I use survivor to discard the old one. When I didn't get both, that's the case that I didn't have like a thought for. I was like, oh, I think I'm supposed to use survivor to discard the tactician, right? It wasn't a logical train of thoughts. It was more just I built like an entire tree of if and then and if and then, and I forgot to populate one of the branches. Whoops. For the moment, though, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire. This has been a speedrun. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.